Hey everyone! So today I'm going to be talking with you about how to look a little bit more awake and make your eyes look a little bit wider. Now we're getting into school or work, or it's September, so new schedules are coming up. So it's really hard to kind of get into the routine without being tired. So I decided to do this video and share my tips, what I find works for me, with you. So if you'd like to hear more about it, then keep watching. Okay, so as you can tell, I just have my base on, so my foundation. I didn't film that just because everyone has their own routine that works best for them. As you know, if you watch my other videos, I definitely have acne, so I go to my go-to acne kind of covering foundation, so I've already done that. Now, I don't normally wear under eye concealer, but if you're one that does, and you find that you get the under eye circles, especially when you're tired, I would definitely suggest not dotting your concealer just underneath your eyes. I would definitely suggest going into 3 diagonal lines, and then that way it doesn't kind of cake on just underneath your eye. It kind of brings that concealer, that lightness, a little bit further out, so it's easier to blend and you won't look as tired as well, and it won't be cakey underneath your eyes. Okay, so first off, I like to put a base on my lid. Now I like to use a satin finish, nothing too shimmery, but nothing too matte. Now I either go with pale golds, pinkies, or beigey color. Now I'm going to be using this kind of satin finish e.l.f. Pressed Mineral eyeshadow in First Date, and it's like a pinky color, but it's very light. You want to stay a little bit lighter on your lid just to kind of keep the whites of your eyes nice and bright, nice and open. So I'm just going to use a eyeshadow brush. Fix my mirror here. And all you're going to do is you're going to apply this just on your lid, just up until your crease. So that just gives it a little bit of softness as well. So the next step is what I do is the crease. So in this case, I'm also going to be using an e.l.f. Mineral pressed powder in Miss Popular. Go with either satins or matte colors, because you don't want your eyes to be all like shimmery and glowy in your face. So you want a nice balance. So I'm just going to use my favorite overall eyeshadow brush. I like this one because it's nice and full and it's easy to blend. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this. Now I'm going to do this with my eyes open. If you do this with your eyes open, you can kind of guess as to where your crease, or where you want your crease to be. You want it to be on the upper end of your crease, I guess, as opposed to like right down here. You want it just a little bit higher, just to make your eyes stand out and look a little bit bigger. So I'm going to apply it just right here. Alright, so now another important step with this same color is you're going to do kind of like a smoky effect underneath your lash line. So I'm going to be taking this eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to be using the same colors for my crease. So this is the Miss Popular. Just a little bit on the end, and I'm just going to kind of smoke it out a little bit underneath my eye, keeping it close to your lash line, but definitely blending it out. Okay, so again with this color, don't make it too dark. You do want it to be kind of in the medium scale of colors, and so not too light, but then not too dark as well. So next up, we are going to put a little bit of more of a shimmery color underneath our brow and then in our tear duct area. So I'm going to go ahead and use a concealer brush. And then this one I'm going to be using Natural by e.l.f. This one is a loose powder. As you can see, it's going to like explode out of there. I usually use what's on the lid because that's usually just enough for me. So I'm just going to apply a little bit just underneath my brow, right there. And then next up, you want to put this on the inner corner of your tear duct. Next, what you want to do is you want to do your eyebrows. Now, my eyebrows are definitely not the same, unfortunately, and I'm missing some hair. I actually don't grow hair in that little section, but anyways, my eyebrows are a mess. But what you want to do is you want to try and open up and focus in on the upper arch of your eyebrow, because as we get tired, everything kind of falls down. So you want to make your eyes appear brighter, so you want to really focus on that upper line of those brows. And with that, I'm just going to be using my e.l.f. eyebrow pencil with a BH Cosmetics angled brush. Okay, so now that the eyebrows are done, we're ready for our eyeliner. You could go without eyeliner, but I always like to do it because I find that my eyelashes look a little bit fuller. I have long lashes, but they're definitely not dense. So I always like to use something. I'm just going to use the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. This is my absolute favorite in the entire world. It's the blackest, it's blackest black, and it actually is black. It doesn't fade to blue or purple, which is awesome. So this, I'm just going to be using my BH Cosmetics eyeliner brush. Now, you really want to make sure to get this as close to your lash line as possible, because you want to look wide awake. So you don't want too much eyeliner on your lid, because you know, we want all of the lightness to show to kind of keep our eyes nice and bright. So make sure to keep this as close to your lash line as possible. So as you can see, I've already done one eye, but it does look a lot fuller. So this eye here looks a lot fuller at the lash line, but it doesn't look so closed either, whereas this one, the eyelashes don't look as thick. So I'm just going to continue on the other side. Alright, so the eyeliner, upper eyeliner is done. We've already done that medium color underneath our lower lash line, so we don't need to do anything there anymore. We don't want to keep anything dark under there. So we're going to leave it as is. Now, on our waterline, you can use a nude liner, like a cream liner or something like that, or even white. White tends to be a little bit more harsh, so I definitely suggest that on paler skin tones. But you can use this. I'm going to actually use the eyebrow lifter and filler, but I'm going to be using this kind of nudie color, as you can see there on my hand. So I'm just going to be lining my waterline with that. Just like that. So as you can see, it is just a little bit brighter than this side. Now mascara. I'm just going to be using this Scandaleyes today, the Show Off Scandaleyes Black Mascara by Rimmel. And I'm just going to do some coats on your upper lashes. And if you wanted to, you can curl them, or you can wear falsies, wear demi-wispies or something like that. Okay, so lower lashes. Now I don't tend to use mascara too much on my lower lashes just because they're so long, but in this case we want them to look a little bit longer so that our eyes appear a little bit wider. Now you can control how long you want them. I would suggest a little bit longer in this case if you want to look a little bit more awake. So just go ahead and put a coat over your whole lashes. Now, if you do have really long lashes, now I don't mind the longness out through the corner, but I don't want them as long in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pinch it off kind of halfway through so I can control. See, doesn't that look a lot better? I think so. So you're going to go ahead and do this on the other side. As you can see, this one does actually look a little bit wider than this one. So it does work, this trick. Alright, so the eyes are done, so I hope I look a little bit more awake. Now the next is blush. You want to use something not too shimmery, but something, again, a little bit more pearly, so it gives a little bit of life into your face. So this one I'm going to be using is it's called Ginger. It's by The Body Shop. It just kind of looks like that with my big Oliver Mark blush brush. And you want to bring this up on a diagonal in this area. You don't want to do too much circling kind of right in there because you want to lift everything nice and wide. Now, if you wanted to, you can definitely go ahead and use a highlighter underneath here. Just again to emphasize the openness in your face. But you don't have to. I do sometimes, but not always. So after the blush, you're ready for your lips. You don't want anything too crazy on your lips, something nice and dewy. I really love the baby lips, anything baby lips. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you'll know that I love them. So I'm going to be going ahead and using my baby lips in Cherry Me, because it gives a nice dewy effect to your lips with a hint of color, nothing too crazy. You don't want anything too glossy or too bright either. My lips are actually a little dry. So here's the finished look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial on how to make yourself look a little bit more awake, especially on days where it seems to last forever. So if you like this video, don't forget to thumbs up and let me know if you have any tricks that I didn't talk about in this video today. Make sure to put those in the comments below. Anyways, stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you later. Bye!